Hello, this is Palico Patch and welcome back to another gripping episode of the Innsmouth Case, where I read and don't read very well and get word pronunciations wrong. But hey, it's all part of the story. We're making it our own. In the last episode, we got kidnapped, we got put into jail, and we got dragged through a cavern of some sort, and as you can see by the question marks on the left hand side, we don't know what's going on. So let's crack on, shall we? You have arrived at your destination. Your eyes need a moment to adjust to the new environment, which is illuminated by flickering fires. Your group enters a hall in which the ceiling is supported by 4 broad columns. The moment you step through the archway, a lump forms in your throat. There is something in the air that takes your breath away. The smell of death and decay. This will probably be the last episode. And bad breath. The origin of the latter is easy to make out. A big mob armed with, what else, torches and pitchforks is waiting to welcome you on the other side of the hall. The blazing fire of the torches gives a tint of hellish nightmare to the whole scene. Only as you walk closer do you realise that in the centre of the hall there's an abyss extending into some unknown depths. So far your footsteps were the only sound echoing through the place, but now you can make out another sound. The faraway murmur of the sea. Calculate your flight opportunities or keep walking. I mean, yeah. There's no harm in thinking one step ahead. You know, it's good to survey your exits, know where they are, and, well, like they say, flight cometh when the needs becometh. You're still surrounded by your captors. The room in which you find yourself offers you only 3 escape options. First of all, of course, the corridor from which you've just come. Without a torch or any other source of light, however, you won't be able to cover the dark route without being impaled by some sharp rock. The Innsmouth mob must have come here via a different path. Behind the gleeful-looking horde facing you, you can make out a black gate. This path looks much less dangerous, but unfortunately, there are a lot of dark figures in the way. Option number 3 gives you a queasy feeling in your stomach, in the dark abyss in the middle of the room, which seems to flow directly into the ocean. You keep on walking. So do I wait, or do I try to look out for the others? I mean, we're all in the same predicament. I'm getting the feeling none of us want to be here, so it's probably best to see where the others are, and if we can sort of nod at each other accordingly and sort of give them the cheeky wink, and we all know what we're going to do and where we're going to run. So let's try and look out for the others. You search for familiar faces, but you can only make out the moronic grimaces of your kidnappers. Someone jostles you impatiently from the side, and you march on towards the mob. It's eerily quiet. Under the watchful eyes of the creepy creatures, you are being led onto a raised platform. You risk a look down into the abyss to estimate its depth, but you can't see the bottom. Ayah! Ayah! The crowd cheers and waves the torches. Fatag! No. One of the kidnappers cuts your ties in 2, then lines you up. Your travel escort blends into the mob. Your instinct tells you that any wrong move could be your last. The 3 of you now face a huge pack of the finest specimen that Innsmouth has to offer. Alright. The glances of emotionless, bulging eyes rest on you, and then a monotonous chorus song rises from the swollen grey lips. Aya! Aya! Cthulhu! Fatagan! Aya! Aya! Cthulhu! Katagan! Fatagan! Even. I hope I haven't just messed up the spell. After what feels like an eternity, the crowd splits. From its mist, a tall figure in a black robe emerges and slowly approaches you. The villagers look at it with awe. Time seems to stand still as the mysterious figure walks towards you. Aya! Aya! Cthulhu! Fatagan! The villagers croak. I'm pretty sure that I'm getting this wrong, but as I said, it's the way I say it. A stocky figure with a receding chin follows closely in the shadow of the mysterious stranger. You have seen many of his kind today. The hooded figure remains silent. Instead, his helper takes the floor. Etc., etc., it echoes through the hall again. You know what I'm going to say. I'm not saying it again. The swollen milky eyes of the little man wander over the assembled crowd, whose chants become quieter with each repetition. Aya, aya, brothers and sisters, the man begins to say. Dagon will be grateful for your coming in such large numbers today. Today's sacrifice is led by... The robe bearer behind him spreads his arms. Gani! Cthulhu. A collective moan comes from the crowd. The robed... I'm guessing that means robed, but it's actually the robbed figure drops his arms limply. His helper looks at him in disquiet, then limps back into the anonymity of the crowd. The hooded man puts his hands on his hips. Seriously, guys? Seriously? He lets the question linger for a bit. Do you think this attitude is helpful when trying to run this show? Do you think I enjoy this? Silence. So we can agree with Gary, or we can keep out of it. I mean, there's dissidence here. We could accentuate this and agree with him, or we could just keep quiet because really, still, we don't know what's going on. I think we're going to agree with Gary. Let's play to him. Good moderation is partly dependent on the audience, you pipe up. If no one is interested in the subject, even the best speaker in the world cannot succeed. A hesitant murmur grows through the crowd. Gary turns to you and looks at you, fascinated, as if he's just noticed you for the very first time. That! Thank you, he points at you. Precisely that. He looks over his shoulder towards his congregation. Because if you don't join in, we might as well all go home. From the corner of your eye, you can see that Kate is staring at you in disbelief. A few people from the mob roll their eyes. The rest let their heads hang in shame. Sorry, some of them murmur. Suggest that everyone goes home or keep out of it. I mean, it's worth a punt. I mean, what we got to lose at this point? Let's do it. Well, I really wouldn't mind, you add. I have to work on Monday. High Priest Gary folds his hands. Ha ha ha! Nice try, buddy. But we have a deadline tonight. Deadline. Get it? Embarrassed laughs come from the mob. I mean, we might as well go all in at this point. I mean, we could agree, or we could just be like, no! I think there is a slight amount of dramatization to Gary. Let's play upon that. No! They can't be serious. Oh no, I thought it was going to be like it was written, not, no. No. One of your captors lightly slaps you around the back of the head. So I can go berserk or be quiet. I mean, at this point, I think I should just lose my shit. I do. I think I'll just go ballistic. Let's go cray cray. Let's take the lid off this crazy thing and just do it. I mean, because if we're going to go down, let's go down fighting. Let's give him something memorable. Let's do it. Go berserk. That's enough now, goddammit. Gary takes a step back, raising an arm to protect himself from your outburst. Neither the villagers nor the captors are making any effort to stop your anger. For the moment I set foot in this goddamn shithole at the ass end of world, I have had nothing but patience for you disgusting mutated scumbags. Then you kidnap me and drag me into this stupid grotto, and now to top it all off, you're going to sacrifice me? You point to the abyss. And now you want to chuck me down the dumpster of hell. Gary makes an appeasing gesture and approaches you. Whoa, whoa, nobody's being chucked anywhere. This ain't Dunwich. Am I right, folks? The villagers giggle at that. No, it's Dagon who decides what's going to happen with you. Okay, let's get it over with, or but why? I mean, I feel like I've gone all in here. I don't think now is the time to be just sort of lying back and sort of saying, okay, whatever, let's do this. I think we should go with but why. But why? Why are you doing all this? And what's wrong with this guy anyway? You add and point to a figure, half man, half carp. The high priest folds his hands. I can assure you we have a good reason. Excellent reasons even. Only it's impossible to go into detail right now, this very evening. You won't make it easy for them. What is it you get out of doing this Dagon sacrifice routine anyway? The high priest laughs artificially and then turns around to the mob seeking confirmation. The mob is silent and looks skeptically up to the pedestal. Mouths open, frowns. Mouths close again. Any insights? The high priest is silent. He's either getting angry or nervous. It's hard to say which of these should worry you more. Dagon provides us with unending wealth. So I can give them a sermon, or I cannot see any proof of that. I mean, I feel like I'm being quite influential here. So rather than sort of putting them on the back foot and saying, that's a load of crap, I reckon I should preach to them. They're obviously looking for a leader of some sort. I could be that leader. Or at the very least, I cannot be the one sacrificed tonight. And I'm okay with that. If that's the minimal that I reach at this point, I'm okay with that. So we'll give him a sermon. Wealth? You kidnap people for wealth? What kind of god is this supposed to be? You want to know what I think? No, no, no. Kate presses out pleadingly between gritted teeth. But it's too late. Nothing can stop you now. You should all be thoroughly ashamed of yourselves. Complete silence. The High Priest takes a step towards you and then turns to Kate and Lolly. We normally don't do this, but... Go ahead, both say in unison. It's hard for you to decipher their expressions. What are you missing right now? The High Priest gives you a good push. Oh well, it was worth a punt. You fall headfirst into the abyss. Blackness. Fortunately, the impact on the water surface knocks you out. Your lungs fill up with water, and fortunately, you don't even notice which orifices are penetrated by the tentacles of a dark god who has been waiting for you in the depths of the sea. Sinking feeling. You drown. Glug. Well, that's me, I guess. And there we are. Maybe I'm okay. I may have pushed my luck a little far this time around, but I feel for a moment back there I was making good stead. I had a point to prove, and I did it, and I put them on the back foot about it, and then I maybe have ran with it a little bit too much. But hey, yeah, that's well, I'm dead, aren't I? I mean, at this point, it said I drowned. It's not even like I, you know, was sacrificed to the god, and he, well, from what I gather, it sort of ate me, absorbed me. I don't know. I just drowned. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you, well, drown. So with that being stated, and as I said, I'm only doing one playthrough of this game, being a choose your own adventure. This is one of a lot of different endings. There are, I want to say 27, don't hold me to that, but there's definitely 25 plus endings. And as you can see, the humor is there. Once you've read through the initial pages, it'd just be a case of going back, choosing a different exit and seeing what comes of it, really. So there's definite replayability here, but again, I've learned from games in the past, it's not something I like to repeat on the channel because it just gets boring for you to watch and for me to go through the same things over and over again. So I'm going to leave this here. It's been a pleasure. It's been lovely. I hope it's been entertaining, and well, I'm sure there's more out there which I will cover at some point. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.